Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 77 of the Michael Pina Sr. Show. Here, September 20th, 2018, and I'm your host, Michael Pina Sr. Listen, Dave Ramsey said, most millionaires are common people doing extraordinary stuff. And he was talking about that as he was talking with Chris Hogan, who he has on the show a lot, and Chris Hogan has his own podcast. They did a survey with over 10,000 millionaires to find out how they became millionaires and what they did to become millionaires. And a couple of things that they talk about, and some of the things that these people all have in common, was number one, 90% of these everyday millionaires never made more than $100,000 a year. That's number one. Number two, the biggest thing that these millionaires did was constantly and consistently contribute to their 401ks. Now, and I know that a lot of people out there are doing that. You're on baby step 4. And I actually did a show on podbean.com to explain to you where my contributions are going. And if you go on to, on Facebook at Pina Financial Coaching, I have a link right to Podbean to that episode. So go to Pina Financial Coaching. It'll bring you to my podbean.com episode. And I'll make sure I keep on sharing those links right there. And, my next show, I'm going to be talking about Benjamin Graham, so you understand how we're going to invest. And Benjamin Graham wrote The Intelligent Investor and Security Analysis. But before we go any further than that, the reason why I bring up these facts, because I want everybody to be on a millionaire path, a millionaire status, okay? But I had a question, and it was kind of I don't know if the person was embarrassed or shy about it, because I'm not going to bring up that name, and I told them I wouldn't bring up that name, but I had to bring up the question on the show. They said, what is a 401k? What does 401k mean? And I was like, I'm always telling people, do not put your money into something that you don't understand. Don't put your money into something until you have the education on what it is that you're putting your money into. And that's why I'm doing the shows that I'm doing, so you try to understand what you're putting your money into. I'm trying to educate you. Now, I just told you the number one reason or number one thing that people did was put their money in the 401k. And I got this person saying to me, what is it? And I said, wow, maybe other people don't understand what that is. So listen, I'm going to try to explain to you the best I can what a 401k is and what it means. Okay, number one, a 401k is a tax qualified defined contribution pension account. Okay, it's defined in subsection 401k of the Internal Revenue Service, code. All right. So they also have subsection 403B. So that's where you find it in the Internal Revenue Services code. Okay. So subsection 401k, subsection 403B, subsection 457B, subsection 401A. And what these are, it's under the plan of retirement savings contributions that are provided, and sometimes, a match by your employer. The max contribution for your 401k in 2018 is $18,500. So that's where you find it in the Internal Revenue Service code. And the code is 401k. All right, so that's why it's called that. And it explains what it actually, what you can do with that 401k. Also, the 403B in 457B and 401A, you can maximize that at $55,000 in 2018, which is awesome. So it's a tax deferral. It's in the tax code. It's part of the tax code. All right. So, I hope that gives you some understanding of what that is quickly. Now, within your 401k, you have different contributions that you can put. In other words, you can split it into different mutual funds. On my podbean.com, I explained to you the index funds that we have. We don't have traditional mutual funds, which you would find in a lot of 401ks, because it's a UPS Teamster National 401k fund, which they aren't allowed to put, like high growth mutual funds. They have to be index funds. But I explained to you what I put my money in and what the different index funds that I put my money into to try to maximize the growth within my 401k. So if you want more in depth, especially UPS people out there, go to podbean.com and find me at the Michael Pina Senior Show. If you have trouble doing that, like my page at Pina Financial Coaching on Facebook. I got a link that brings you right to that episode, and I explain to you what's within the 401k, within our 401k at work. Your 401k, which, if you're not working at UPS, is probably different, and you probably have different mutual funds that you can pick within your 401k. All right. But all 401k means it's the Internal Revenue Service's code. It's the subsection of the Internal Revenue Service. Okay. So I hope that didn't confuse you more on that, and I want you to continue to do extraordinary stuff by, constantly, consistently contributing to that 401k if you're in baby step 4. All right. That's how you're going to become a millionaire. 15% of your household income, putting into a 401k, and you don't have to be making, $100,000 a year to do that. All right. Follow the baby steps, get to baby step 4. You will be on the path of millionaire status. Okay. Continue to do your budget. We're coming here at the end of September. Start working on your October budget. Follow what you're doing in September. Stick to that budget. It's hard. You're an ordinary person doing extraordinary things. That's what a budget is. Not everybody does it. People think you're crazy for what you're doing and the things that you cut. But you know what? They're not going to be millionaires. You are. All right? And that's what I want to see from you. And that's what I want to see from me. So all I'm doing is trying to tell you some of the things that I'm doing. And listen, don't ever feel intimidated by asking a question. I'm trying to explain to you things that I've learned in the last 10 years probably. I'm 49 years old. So I'm talking from 39 to 49, I finally started to understand this stuff. If I could have understood this stuff when I was 28, holy shit, really? I'd probably be a millionaire right now. And people that do understand this stuff at 28 are millionaires at 48, 49 years old. So I was stupid. I did stupid over 100 million times. And as Dave Ramsey also said, I'll bring you another Dave Ramsey quote. The fewer stupid things I do, the wealthier I get. And I get that. And you got to get smart. You've got to get educated. I continuously bring that up because that's all that I do. I was really stupid. I did a ton of stupid things until I finally started to smarten up and really started to get smart with things. I didn't understand money. I tried to do things smart with money, but I did a lot of stupid things with money. Start to get educated, start getting smart, start to understand, do the things that you need to do right. And you'll be a millionaire. All right? So listen, I'm going to give another shout out to my man, Paul Hiltz. Okay? He's helping me with my home. Listen, I had a budget breaker. I had to cut Paul out. in my September budget because of my irregular income. I do a ton of games as a sports official in September, but I don't get paid for them until October. I'm running around going crazy doing games. I don't get paid for them until October. So I had to cut my man Paul Hiltz out for September. But sometimes you got to do that. But you know, he's great. I want to make sure that I give a shout out to him. He's my guy that's doing all the work around my house. 617-719-6647. You need something done around your home. You know, I'm going to get him back in here in October. So I'll start getting paid for the stuff that I did in September in October. And I understand that with my budget. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Michael Pina Jr., you know, hopefully his team will bounce back this Saturday, 12 p.m. They'll be playing Alfred State. You can go right on to Nichols College football schedule and watch them. You can watch them live. It's pretty cool the way that they do that there. All right, watch them live at 12 p.m. kickoff. And again, go to podbean.com. You want to get educated. I'm putting together notes. I'm hoping to put together a fantastic show on Benjamin Graham. That's my next show coming up on podbean.com. So listen, till next time, I want to win. I want to help you win. Let's win this thing together.